You're gonna do the monetize? You're gonna do the pasta? Maybe I get another Connecticut. Sometimes I come with people and I come back empty. Let's see who's gonna be first. You did the pasta?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we went to Brooklyn. Then we turned off this. Let's see what. Oh, our building.
Oh, yeah?
Brent.
Okay, let's put ourselves
Do you know Brent?
presence of God. Bless us, O Lord. God bless your trips. Keep safe. Bring many tips. Have fun. Enjoy. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise God. Amen.
MJ. See you later, MJ. You have the keys? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How you doing?
People are still getting sick from that horrible day. Skin cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer. The dust and the toxins caused all kinds of problems for New Yorkers near Ground Zero. Were you there? Did you live there? Or go to school there? Did you work down there? You've been diagnosed with cancer or another serious illness, and you're below Canal Street in Lower Manhattan any time during the 8 months following 9/11, you might be entitled to compensation. Government has a $10 billion fund for this. The September 11th Victim Compensation Fund. Do me a favor, call this lawyer, Noah Krasleski, the New York law firm Kleinler and Kleinler. Noah's been helping 9/11 victims since 2001. Call Noah today at 888-246-4799 or go to...
I think we got a flank right now. So, but this fucking data thing set up that we've been trying to work on, you know, then that gives us a new entrance to Zeta. So then you can't say, oh, I can just get it from Zeta. You can't. We're the only people who have this plus.
Let's take FDR Drive South Manhattan. Bridge Upper Roadway Manhattan.
This
in 1.3 miles.
After. Look, I don't know if it's
Turn
possible.
right on Avenue C.
Let instead of us speculating, let me even see if we can get it, if we can even get it done. Like I still got to get MEP over the hump, and we still got to give. Now I think I'm okay. I'll get the board. I'm not worried about the board. I'm not necessarily worried. As long as you plan to push it, as long as you guys give me the 3 things I gotta do to make the deal look like it's not predatory, then I can get MEP there. Then I think that I can explain to the board why this matters. Well, we gotta build the deck. We gotta build the deck for Thursday. So. So it's about $1 million. Right? Not just legal, you got expenses, you got travel, you got a hotel, you got all that shit. No. Well, we need two though. We need a follow-up to the board with financials and a new plan, which is what is going to be in our deck. And then we need the deck for the leadership. Let's look at the slides tomorrow. My thought process was originally, let's show them, you know, where we had already stepped in before the board meeting to show hey, if we have to cut NBC, if we have to stay with it, so that we're providing a sense of the truth. And then, but here's actually the plan that we're running to, but maybe that's not necessary. And we can all, let's get it in, and then let's look at it. And if it feels not necessary, it might be unnecessary. Unless you just want to cut the others. They are scary. They are scary. No. But I mean, it's the new truth is actually what James is putting together with E inside of it. But the old truth before we knew we had E was $1 million. But even in the $1 million scenario, even with the cuts, we still end up somewhere in like the 4 range. Yeah. Do you need me? I know, like whenever somebody calls me. Do you need me or no?
Police reported ahead.
No, no, I just need to get. What do you think I should do? Should I just call? You can call me after you're done with it. I have like a half hour.
Speed trap reported ahead.
I couldn't open the cafe. The internet wasn't working.
Please open your business's internet. Get AT&T Internet Air for Business with easy setup today. Reliable nationwide internet with simple plans at low prices. So you can set it, forget it, and get back to business. And enjoy your good night's rest. Visit att.com/BizInternetAir today. AT&T Business.
WINS FM at HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Well, AccuWeather says we've got a gorgeous day today. Mostly sunny, warm, high around 82. It's going to be clear and mild tonight, low down at 65. Tomorrow, going to be a mix of clouds and sunshine. It's going to get even warmer. A bit more humidity. Check the air. High 87 degrees. Thunderstorm or two are going to get up to 85. Couple nice days on the way. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Sharon Barnes waters our service aide. Anita Bonita, our writer. Justin Schrader at the editor's desk. I'm Scott Stanford. All the time.
Do you want me to do it? I can do it. Cavell seems to think we spent last night together. Do you want me to? Do you want me to do it? I mean, he wants me to just present what I usually present to the outside world. I'll sit around some time. I won't do my whole presentation because it's usually an hour, but I will sit around some time. Okay, if you think there was a concern that I'm going to be like rah rah rah, and then 2 days later, my content is just like what I usually present, so that people can see kind of like what I talk to the outside world about. It has nothing to do with black at all. But it doesn't have anything about strategy. It's basically like, how do you create value by breaking things? Okay. I haven't gotten Travis is not answering my call. Did he ever write back to that fucking dude? The one about sending, we gotta send us another David Patrico. You're the one that controls his email, I mean. I'm in New York, and then I get on an airplane and fly to Las Vegas, which is amazing. And then I get to do this engagement. It's paid though, so. It's a financial brand forum. Pay well, so I'll take a half hour. I'm making more in a fucking half hour than I make in 2 months at Gripline. 2 fucking months. Is that fucking crazy? It's like, what the fuck am I actually doing? The latest is I said if there's any more, I don't want to know. Like I just no, we're good. We're doing yeah. So it's me and Cabell. I'm actually in the car on the way. No, I don't think that's gonna happen immediately. If it does happen, I think we're in a good place now that we have this deal pretty much signed. I think we're in a good place. So I think we've kind of come out of that. And look, I trust Cavell. He's a steady hand at the wheel. I think the products are good. So, we met for 4 hours last night. And I think we have a good so I feel good in that respect. We just need to at bay as much as we can until we get a little stronger and negotiate on our terms. If that's where we're going. In terms of where Vivek would like this to go eventually. The challenge is that you've got Ursula and Seth, which is good, thank God, that don't have interests. So, yeah, personal interests, right? Yeah. So they're not conflicted. So their biggest interest is making sure that nobody can say that they made a decision that was not in the best interest of the shareholder. So at the end of the day, they're going to look at a fair deal. If there's other deals on the table, they're going to look at it. They're going to give the management team, we did a really good presentation last Wednesday, and they were like, okay, wow, you guys came back, or last Thursday, you guys came back real quick, and you walked through, you guys are going to trust this, okay? We're coming back with a savings plan, it's going to save $1 million, I go to my competitors, is that fuck? You know, so that's what I have to decide. Now I got to go to private equity. There's a low likelihood that private equity is going to scoop this thing up. You know what I mean? So I'm in this kind of weird place, but at least I buy myself time so that I can potentially, I can run a process, I can put in bullshit suitors, you know, I'll buy more time. And I was coming out of the gate with that. The only problem I have is I got my head of HR fucking with me. And she's going to the direct competitor. Yeah, MJ's with me. She's going to My Code, which is a company we tried to buy. It's a direct competitor. My Code. Yeah, My Code. They're not good enough. I don't think the leadership team there is really as strong as us. Like, Stretch's imagination was just slicker with it. But you know, they're a $120 million business. We tried to buy them. They got bought for like $400 million by a black-owned private equity shop. So they're strong in that respect in terms of resources. I just don't think they're strong in terms of talent. But MJ's good. She's one of the better HR people I've seen in my life, and it's huge. Really, and I asked her, and she, you know, there's no non-competes or non-solicitation. She's coming after her. And even if she doesn't come after us, she's respectful of that. She's not going to make decisions that she knows so much about. She knows every piece of our business. You know? So she's going to make decisions that are really but it's okay. Like, Ravel and I talked about it. Like, okay, fine. It's just another chess piece that we got to figure out. But it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. She hurts because also she was just a very, she keeps the organization
Speed trap reported ahead.
comfortable, you know? Right. And so we have to now, on Thursday for a leadership meeting, flying back to Vegas to be in person for that, we have to tuck everybody in and make sure everybody, which is going to be hard. We're going to lose people. So, you know, this is not going to be the easiest, but at the same time, I think in many respects, Travis being out actually gives us, if messaged correctly, that's what we got to talk about today, it's actually beneficial to us. Because I think people have already thought that he lost the project. You know? The positive ones? No. But he was a decision maker on the stuff that we fucking spent $500,000 in 2 months on a lawyer. But yes. No, well, he inserts it. He was pretty tied in with P&G in terms of Pritchard. So Cavell just needs to step into that. But Cavell is, Cavell is a different beast. You know what I mean? Like, Cavell, he doesn't sugarcoat shit. He keeps it real. He's a straight shooter. And, you know, look, that's right. And the reality is, honestly, Cavell, I was going to talk to you about it last night, but I didn't because he's not ready to hear it. He should actually step up in this deal, to be honest. He's much better than, he's much more of that type than I am. And, you know, a lot of us, not really, but let the business get into a good place. He wants COO. The board would definitely take, the board I think is more likely to take him than Zion, to be honest. Yeah, I don't need titles, I don't need anything, I just need for my work to turn into value. That's all I care about, man. And you know, like we're a good, like, look, politics, you know, we started that process of politics, and look, I know what I'm good at, what I'm not, man. I'm not going to fool myself. I'm too fucking old. So, you know, and we're turning that business light to another 10 million this year out of nowhere. We got 14, another 10, like, I mean, and we literally, and my job is to build the relationships, see how we get the awareness, structure the way in, and then you go kill the fish, So anyway, but the sales leadership is the problem because there's nobody as good. Now is, reality for the last, I don't know how many fucking weeks we've been dealing with this. Neither one of us are doing our job, the stuff that needs to be done. Now, Jeff is strong enough, but he's still not me, and I'm not trying to say anything, but, just... Right. So, instead of putting out fucking fire, Travis wants to speak at this event, and I'm like, they're like, you got it. I'm like, why am I wasting my time hunting this guy? Why is it so stupid? Anyway, so, and I also have deals on my own plate, so I got to get deals over the finish line. I got 2 M&A deals, which I got to see if I can get done. Technology, like me and Cavell, the funny thing is the best thing that ever happened was that we didn't close any deals, because all those deals would have been published. It's like, who cares about a .com? I like Sports Illustrated conceptually, but the amount of investment to turn that business around might have been, I actually think out of all of them could have potentially worked, but like Vice, Vice went from 1.2 billion to 12 million. Like, would we want to be holding that knife? All these things are dying. Refinery too. Like, everybody's like, oh, Rich bought Refinery 29. It's like, who cares? Refinery 29? Like, come on. Like, it's all... Well, that's what I was saying to Lizzie.
Here is good.
Yeah, it's right here. That's what I was saying to Lizzie last night, was that, like, I know it seems like we didn't deliver on what we promised the marketplace, but the reality is, things are going to change.
Yep.
Contact Barish and McGarry at 911awards.com. They can see if you're eligible. 911awards.com. Barish and McGarry.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $20 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s. And less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-574-6468 and you are guaranteed a $20 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is, you could hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-574-6468. Call now, and you will receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $75 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-574-6468 now to secure your $20 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-574-6468.
Hey, if Kevin Hart makes you laugh, we want you to go see him. Your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Kevin Hart at Flag Star at Westburn Music Fair coming up at 7:38 and 8:38 this Thursday morning from our friends at Live Nation.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. 64 degrees. It is 9:20 on this Tuesday, May 20. A 1-year-old critical drunk driving suspected. Our Glenn Shuck with the story. One person killed, 30 others injured on board a Singapore Airlines flight when the plane hit severe turbulence helicopter taking off from London. As the Trump hush money trial winds down, the courtroom drama dialed up on Monday. We'll tell you what happened. Panera Bread being sued over their charged lemonade, and a warning about poisoned pot. Well explained. In sports, the Yankees and Mets both lost. The Liberty improved to 4-0 with a win over Seattle. AccuWeather mostly sunny today, up to 82. On 921, let's get traffic and transit from Karen Stewart. The story is still the same for NJT. Up to 1 hour delay into and out of Penn Station because of overhead wire problems. Midtown direct service continues to be diverted to Hoboken. New Jersey Transit rail tickets, passes are being cross-armed by NJ Transit buses and private carrier buses, as well as by PATH at Newark and Hoboken and 33rd Street. The southern state has got delays in either direction. Westbound at exit 37S from Belmont Avenue, we have an accident blocking the left lane. Then on the eastbound side of the southern state, getting into 19 from Peninsula Boulevard, we've got a heavy delay. We got an accident down there as well. Disabled tractor trailer blocking the fast lane on northbound 8095 locals approaching exit 72 in Leonin. The southbound Garden State Parkway at 131B from Metro Park has an active there that they just moved to the shoulder. We have a disabled tractor trailer at the Queensbound Whitestone Bridge slowing you down. And over the Hudson River as we check what we need to know about the bridges until 40 to 45 minutes inbound Hollow Lake and GW Bridge. Inbound towards right now is going to be South East Parkway approach with a 20 to 25 minutes delay. Traffic is sponsored by Optima Fitness on the Farmers Dog Traffic Center. Fresh human-grade dog food delivered right to your door. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 West on 92.3 FM.
Business fiber internet with speeds up to 8 and 99.9% network reliability. Plus, get up to a $600 gift. Now passengers in the front seat of this Honda when they collided with an Acura after blowing through a red light here at Dumont Avenue and Leather Gaston Boulevard about 7 last night. The impact sending both cars flying, one of them ending up on the sidewalk, and now there's debris still in the intersection here this morning. The 1-year-old rushed over to Brookdale for a fractured skull and is remaining in critical but stable condition this morning. As for the driver of the Honda, 28-year-old woman, not hurt, taken into custody, charged with driving under the influence. Now, part of the investigation, the 38-year-old woman in the Acura was also interviewed. Police found out she was driving with a suspended license. The identities of those involved have not yet been released. Glenn Shuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM, here in Brownsville.
A Singapore Airlines jet to Singapore from London diverts to Bangkok after suddenly losing altitude with deadly results.
Singapore Airlines confirms the death of a passenger and a number of other injuries occurred when flight SQ321 hit strong turbulence. Plane, a Boeing 777, was then diverted to Bangkok at 3:45 in the afternoon local time for a line of ambulances awaiting. Airline offers its deepest condolences to the family of the deceased. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the foreign deck.
Well, the plane was cruising at an altitude of 37,000 feet when during the turbulence, the Boeing 777 suddenly sharply pitched down to 31,000 over just a 3-minute span. In a statement, Singapore Airlines said it
Was unexpected. Officers noticed the 38-year-old man in the home. He was wanted. He had 2 outstanding warrants. Police say when they tried to take him into custody, he lunged at an officer with a knife. Another officer fired twice, wounding the man. The DA is trying to piece together the chain of events. Sean Adams, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Auburn.
flags at Church State Building to quiet half-staff today in honor of Staff Sergeant Benedicto Albizu Jr. of the Chief Member of the New York State Police. This is the first software crash in the statement, Governor Hochul said he put his life on the line to save felony murders on 9/11 in an act of courage and sacrifice that we will never forget. Albizu became 2018, he leaves behind a wife and 3 daughters. 1010 Wins Sports, the Yankees were 2 outs away. Line.
Masters in a 4-1 before closers play. Holmes gave up a couple of infield hits around a walk, then another hit, another walk, a sacrifice fly and miss. Time France a go-ahead RBI single, and the Mariners have played it 4 off both tonight, and they have a 5-4 lead. Balled on the fed by Manuel Barbari, and the Yanks lost by that 5-4 score as Holmes took his first loss of the season.
Yeah, that was on me. I feel like I made some good pitching, definitely some balls. Some holes, but a couple guys there, 2-1-2, and
on 92.3 FM. What are you going to do today to enjoy this fabulous weather? Mostly sunny. Later we'll get up to 82 degrees. It's partly sunny now, already at 64. Wednesday time 9:26. Bloomberg Money Watch. Here's Steve Harvey.
The demand for home stages is growing, Susan. With buyers harder to find, agents say properties that are staged usually sell quicker and at a higher cost. Now, according to online platform Thumbtack, requests to hire home staging companies increased 10% in the first quarter compared with last year. The Wall Street Journal says the average cost to stage a home rose 18%, just over $1,800 compared with the year before the pandemic. Now, Lowe's has keyed in on overcoming the weak housing market by attracting more professional contractors to shop in its stores as consumers hold off on renovating their homes. Now, the nation's second largest home improvement chain reported comparable sales for the latest quarter that beat the average analyst estimate. And in the Bell on Wall Street, S&P futures, they're pointing lower by 8 points. NASDAQ down 74, but Dow futures, they're moving higher by 13. Bloomberg Money Watch, 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Funniscore, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM. Everyone, Boomer Science is here to talk to you about a place called Riverwalk, your independent living choice for adults.
Let's take Brooklyn Bridge, West Street, Manhattan. In 600 feet, turn left on Old Fulton Street.
Here you'll find a built-in social life with activities, amenities, and easy access to Manhattan. With 24/7 security and daily chef crafted meals, Riverwalk is actually maintenance-free and pet-friendly. Just $4,500. So call now at 833-42-RIVER or visit them on the web at riverwalk.org/radio.
This girl, she's on fire. This girl, she's on fire. Brooklyn.
Police reported ahead.
Brooklyn.
Turn left on Old Fulton Street. Speed trap reported ahead.
Brooklyn. This girl, she is on fire. Focus
In
fire.
900 feet, use the left 2 lanes to turn left on Prospect Street.
Focus fire, gun. This girl, she is on fire.
Donald Trump hush money trial had some dramatic moments in the courtroom yesterday.
Donald Trump was scribbling vigorously on a legal pad as his attorney asked the judge to dismiss the case. And after a tumultuous day, Michael Cohen choked up, explaining how his whole life was turned upside down after the feds raided his home and law office. And he felt pressured by Trump's lawyers to one of those attorneys, Robert Costello, but the judge didn't appreciate the
Turn left
witness's
on Prospect
response
Street.
to some of his rulings. The judge reprimanding him for the remarks, comments, and a stare down, adding, "You will not give me side eye. Do you understand that?" Juliet Papa, 1010 wins on 92.3
In 900
FM.
feet,
Somebody
turn
take
right on
side
Pearl
eye.
Street.
What was my wife
Then
in that
turn right.
courtroom? Hey, a kid's character promotion at a Vegas hot dog joint goes horribly
Center lane
wrong. That's
blocked
coming
ahead.
up. Wins news time 9:31. Traffic and transit Tuesday morning. Karen Stewart, we wrapping it up yet?
Nope. Not wrapping it up yet. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. We've got still 60-minute delays, though, in and out of Penn Station because of overhead wire problems. Still, Midtown Direct Service is still being diverted to Hoboken. New Jersey Transit rail tickets and passes are being cross-loaded by NJ Transit buses and private carrier buses, as well as paths on Newark Penn, Hoboken, and 33rd Street lines. Now, Long Islanders, we got it coming and going on the Southern State. Eastbound Southern State at exit 19 for Peninsula Boulevard, we got a broken down car there over on the right shoulder. While the westbound Southern State at exit 37 for Belmont Avenue, we have an accident in the left lane. And believe it or not, the delays are not too bad there at 37. In New Jersey, the northbound 8095 locals near exit 72 for Route 9W in Leonia, we got a disabled tractor trailer. The left lane is blocked. Now, your northbound 8095 approach to the inbound GW Bridges lower level is 40 minutes as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The upper level is 45. The best approach is the Palisades with a 20 to 25 minute wait. The Lincoln is 40, and the Holland's got a 45-minute wait. Traffic is sponsored by the Barnstorm Traffic Tip Line at 844-JAM-1010. Traffic in transit every 10 minutes around the clock from the Farmers Dog Traffic Center. Fresh human-grade dog food delivered right to your door. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been in a car crash, choosing the right firm is crucial to
Turn
get the
right
help
on
you
Pearl
need
Street.
and the best
Then
result
turn right
possible.
to Brooklyn Bridge.
Nice warm day on tap for today. Now, if you are heading down by the sea, it is going to be a little bit cooler, especially south-facing shores. Probably topping out in the 70s this afternoon for the most part. So it won't be a particularly strong breeze today, but the flow, what little there is, will be out of the south today. So mostly sunny up to 82 on average this afternoon. It'll be a clear, mild night tonight. We got into the 50s pretty much everywhere last night and into early this morning. But only dropping to 65 tonight. It's certainly a more summer-like pattern here over the next few days. The humidity may even increase a little bit later tomorrow. We'll have a sunny to partly cloudy sky, 87 degrees tomorrow, and warm and humid for Thursday. The time for clouds and sun. There will be a fresh silver still around during the afternoon. Strong gusty wind, hail, and flooding downpours as the cold front makes its way across the tri-state. We'll do a high of 85 on Thursday. That much cooler though, a high of 82 under a partly sunny sky. Now the allergy alert forecast sponsored by ENT and Allergy Associates. Clear no throat and allergy care close to home. Today's outlook is moderate to high with trees being the predominant pollen. 65 and mostly sunny right now. In Midtown we're going up to 82. I'm also with meteorologist Brian Thompson on New York's weather station. 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM. All right, thank you, Brian. Another lawsuit, another one coming out over Panera's charged lemonade.
The suit says an 18-year-old high school student suffered cardiac arrest after drinking a caffeine-laden lemonade from Panera. It says Luke Adams of Pennsylvania had to be raised hours after he had eaten a chicken sandwich and drank caused 2 deaths and long-term heart problems for
One daycare owner in New Hampshire and several of her employees turned themselves in after they were accused of sprinkling melatonin on children's food. Manchester police say 52-year-old Sally Dreckerman and 3 female employees have been charged with 10 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. Authorities got wind of unsafe practices going on at the in-home daycare. Detectives found that the kids' food was being laced with melatonin to make them sleepy. Queens News Time, 9:36. Who doesn't love Bluey, right? The anthropomorphic 7-year-old blue-gill Australian cattle dog known for her abundance of energy, imagination, and curiosity about the world. Well, one hot dog joint in Vegas hosted a Bluey-themed event last week, and many of the kids left in tears. The place is called Dirt Dog.
stop talking about life-changing Skechers slippers. Get your slippers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
As a roofer, spring means the start of my busy season, which means I've got to get organized with help from Beacon. I can save time with Beacon Pro Plus and 24/7 access to live pricing, delivery tracking, order history, and more. Plus, this spring, I can earn $1,000 and a chance to win a $25,000 backyard renovation just by buying my Certainty shingles online with Beacon. No purchase necessary. Now that's what I call a spring cleanup. Visit BECN.com for official rules and to start earning entries.
Dumb and Dumber, a fine comedy starring Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. It's almost been 30 years since it came out in the theaters. Did you know Daniels says his agents wanted him off the movie because they thought that toilet scene might end his career? You know, it's when Harry drinks a laxative spiked tea and ends up in the bathroom.
I hope you're not using the toilet, it's broken.
I was just shaving.
Shaving?
Yeah, I was running a little late. I thought this would save some time.
Okay.
Could be the best bathroom scene ever. Daniels and Carrey, Daniels said rather that Carrey told him it's going to be great. Just go all the way with it, and he did. Daniels said he thought it's either the beginning of his career or the end of it. Worked out okay. Movie brought in $247 million worldwide.
Don Montone, what's with the shorts and the flip-flops? Surf's up, Todd. I've got that big beach umbrella and burgers, but I haven't got a truck big enough to get me, my family, and all this stuff to a barbecue. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has you covered. Right now, during Memorial Day sales event, lease a new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x8, 4x4 for $499 per month for 39 months and only $51.39 total due at signing, plus tax, title, and registration. And don't forget about the new 2024 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4. Lease for just $299 per month for 42 months and only $39.44 total due at signing, plus tax, title, and registration. For prices that really sizzle this summer, visit Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
833-853-2959 for details. Print your MSRP 59,910. PC64548. Contact MSRP 3335. Visa RT 127258. $0 security deposit expires 6/3/24.
Hey, you want funny? We got funny. Got a chance for you to win tickets to see Kevin Hart at Flagstar at Westbury Music Fair. That's coming up on Thursday morning, 7:38 and 8:38 this Thursday morning from our friends at Live Nation.
The news watch never stops. This is 1010 Win at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. We're at 68 degrees. We've got sun shining at 9:40 on this Tuesday, May 21st. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. A 1-year-old baby is in critical condition after a violent car crash in Brooklyn. One of the drivers was taken into custody on suspicion of DWI. A police cruiser on its way to a shooting call crashes in the Bronx. An international prosecutor trying to get arrest warrants for the leader of Hamas and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity. A moose in Alaska attacks and kills a man who was trying to take pictures of his baby calves. Elvis Presley's granddaughter calling a foreclosure sale of Graceland a total fraud. Checking sports, Mariners stopped the Yanks 7-game win streak. Mets lose to Cleveland. AccuWeather, gorgeous, sunny, warm, high 82 degrees. Can't ask for better than that. With news time 9:41. Can't ask for do it.
Oh, thank you, dear. We've got 1 hour delay with NJT. Midtown Direct Service is getting diverted to Hoboken. New Jersey Transit Rail tickets and passes are being cross-funded by NJ Transit buses. Private carrier buses, as well as fast trains at North Penn, Hoboken, and at 33rd Street, Long Island Road, presenting eastbound Southern State. With a crash at 17 from Hempstead Avenue in the left,
And then here at the 19th for Peninsula Boulevard, we've got a disabled vehicle over on the right shoulder. And the westbound 7th State has an accident in the fast lane at exit 37S for Belmont Avenue, but believe it or not, traffic's not too bad through that area.
A lot of commotion, huh?
In the locals at 8095.
It's like in the
Not only
movie.
do we have a 35 to 40 minute wait.
The case finished, no?
And the left lane is blocked there. The inbound upper of the GW Bridge is 45.
Trump
We continue with what we
2024.
know about the bridges themselves. The outbound George is 45 from the cross Bronx. The inbound Lincoln is 40 and the inbound Hollis.
All my passengers hate Trump. I pretend
Our next report's coming up in Monday.
yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
This way I get a tip, you know.
I guarantee you something wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, a crash in Brooklyn last night involving a 1-year-old baby and a possible drunk driver just blasting through several red lights.
Both the drivers in this accident are now facing charges. And we've learned the 1-year-old boy sitting in the lap of his young mother in the front seat of this Honda is in critical condition with a fractured skull, not in a car seat. So here's what we know. This Honda went flying for a red light and smashed into an Acura at the following intersection. As a humongous mother gas is out there last night. The impact sending debris everywhere. One of the cars ending up on the sidewalk. It turns out police were first at the scene and they were the ones to take the child to Brookdale in critical but stable this morning. The 28-year-old woman driving the Honda immediately taken into custody under suspicion of driving under the influence. And as the investigation went on, the 38-year-old
Yep, Trump case.
She also now has been booked on driving with a suspended license.
trial.
Lauren Sharp, 10-10 wins. 92.3 FM in Brownsville.
Windy on 944.
Commotion.
Crash in the Bronx while it was on its way to a reported shooting.
A police car swerving, followed by a loud boom, is what was heard near the corner of 165th Street and Webster Avenue. This is part of the police response to a 13-year-old boy who's been shot in the area, grazed in the forehead. Elijah saw the accident.
We woke up to the car to see that the police was actually circling one cop car, pulled the cop car, pulled 2 cops out of the car.
What's left is an NYPD SUV with the front mangled up against a closed storefront. He says the 2 officers looked like anyone else who'd just been in an accident. They, along with the 13-year-old, are in stable condition. Matt Rosenberg, 10-10 wins on 92.3 FM in Morrisania.
For one person is dead after a Singapore Airlines flight from London ran into severe.
The evidence collected and examined and analyzed by officers and have reasonable grounds to believe 3 leaders of Hamas, Yahya Sinwar, Muhammad Daesh, and Ismail Haniyeh bear criminal responsibility for the following international crimes committed on the territory of Israel and the state of Palestine from at least the 7th of October 2023. Extermination as a crime against humanity. Murder as a crime against humanity and a war crime. Taking hostages as a war crime. Rape and other acts of sexual violence during captivity as crimes against humanity and as war crimes. Torture during captivity is a crime against humanity and as a war crime. Other inhumane acts during captivity as a crime against humanity.
So you know what you just heard? You just heard the ICC lawyer make impassioned arguments for both. Making what Israel's done in response and what Hamas did unprovoked morally equivalent, which is absolutely disgraceful. And Bibi knows it, and he came back, made his comments right after yesterday. Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu, who was cut number 8.
Mr. Khan creates a twisted and false moral equivalence between the leaders of Israel and the henchmen of Hamas. This is like creating a moral equivalence after September 11th between President Bush and Osama bin Laden, or during World War II between FDR and Hitler.
He goes on in this clip number 9 to explain exactly what Israel is doing. Cut number 9.
Israel is waging a just war against Hamas, a genocidal terrorist organization that perpetrated the worst attack on the Jewish people since the Holocaust.
And yet, Clooney, Amal Clooney, and others, the French president, another scumbag, Macron, and the ICC want to put Israel's feet to the fire. Here's some more Bibi Netanyahu, cut number 10.
The outrageous decision by the ICC prosecutor, Karim Khan, to seek arrest warrants against the democratically elected leaders of Israel is a moral outrage of historical nature. It will cast an everlasting mark of shame on the international court.
He goes on to talk about how the ICC Bibi Netanyahu cut number 11.
The prosecutor's absurd charges against me and Israel's defense minister are merely an attempt to deny Israel the basic right of self-defense. And I assure you of one thing, this attempt will utterly fail.
Yes, because Netanyahu's got one thing in mind, and nothing's going to stop him. Destroy the enemy. Lewis cut number 12.
Branding Israel's leaders as soldiers and workers will pour jet fuel on the fires of anti-Semitism, those fires that are already raging on the campuses of America and across capitals around the world. It will also be the first time that a democratic country fighting for its life according to the rules of war. Israel is not even subject to the court's jurisdiction, and it has an independent legal system that rigorously investigates all violations of the law. Rather, this ICC attempt is an attempt to paralyze Israel's very ability to defend itself. The government and people of Israel reject outright this great threat to our security, this great threat to our very existence. And I want to assure you, no ICC action will impact Israel's iron-clad determination to achieve the goals of our war with Hamas terrorists. We will destroy Hamas's military and governing capabilities in Gaza. We will release all our hostages, and we will ensure that Gaza never poses a threat to Israel again. Israel expects the leaders of the free world to stand firmly against the ICC outrageous assault on Israel's inherent right of self-defense. We expect them to use all the means at their disposal to stop this dangerous move.
And by the way, as far as I know, Bibi has not gone into Rafah with the fire and the power and revenge on his mind like the United States is so worried about. As far as I know, and I think the Washington Post wrote about it just this morning, he is still being very pinpoint, very tactical in trying to destroy the enemy. So when they come out with all these ridiculous figures about all the Palestinians that Israel is killing, it's just not true. Because that is not the way Bibi and Israel is handling the situation in Rafah right now. Isn't that correct, Noam?
That would be correct, yes.
Where was that in the Washington Post today?
It was in the Washington. All right, thank you.
All right, we'll take a short break. We'll come back and wrap things up on this Tuesday edition of Sid and Friends in the Morning. Brian Kilmeade comes your way in 10.
Well, if you're heading out here at the 9 o'clock hour, again, we've got delays on the Whitestone Bridge, big ones as you travel on the southbound side. Disabled tractor trailer, 2 right lanes are going to be out of service as you get through there, so we're going to allow a lot of extra time southbound on the Whitestone Expressway, getting over the Whitestone Bridge and then down in between. Very, very heavy and slow. Cross Island northbound at Belmont Park, an accident with 1 lane out. Deegan all jammed up down Fordham Road, down through the George Washington Bridge, down towards the Stadium, where there's an accident again, that 1 lane out. Northbound the drive, we have delays from about the 40s all the way up into the 90s. Again, this disabled minibus off on the right-hand side. And on the Southern State eastbound on Hempstead Avenue, an accident, that one in the left lane. A New Jersey Transit train, still a 1-hour delay. In and out of New York City, Amtrak with 90-minute delays, overhead wire problems in one of the Hudson River tunnels. Again, Midtown Direct being converted to Hoboken, and they are also cross-honoring on the path and the buses, and already signed in effect. Stand down the 2024 Porsche Macan from Ray Cattina Porsche in Edison. Lease rate $49 a month for 39 months. 5688 due at signing with qualified buyers, tax licensing, registration, extra details at RayCattinaPorsche.com. I'm Joe Nolan with traffic on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Rio, New York, 77 WABC. This is Positively Ernie. Now, here's Ernie Anastas. I'm here with what's happening in the news and in life that people are talking about with a positive viewpoint. Okay, what's happening to our kids? A recent article points out that 25
of our children are not reading at grade level. It creates a major concern for both parents and educators. Joan Bauer is a celebrated children's book author and reading advocate. Joan, why is this report alarming to you, of course, and to many others?
Well, I mean, it means that stories are not getting through to kids. And in unprecedented times, you know, stories just help us. They help us get through difficult times. And we know what happens when kids don't want to do something or they're not good at something. They throw up their hands and they say, it's too hard, I hate it, and they walk away.
How you doing, Svetlana? I'm over here now.
What's being done about it?
Well, you know, there are so many different stars in this galaxy. You know, I think that there was a change in certain kinds of reading instruction, the diversity among young people today, and how phonics can work versus how it can't work.
How you doing?
And, you know, listen,
Well, you can open in the middle. There's a place for the cookie.
have some kind of dyslexia.
So what can we do? Are you convinced we can make it better?
Something that we can all do this tried and true way is we can read to them.
Thank you so much. Joan Bauer, looking for ways to help our children and read better and improve their educational experience. I'm Ernie Anastas with positive news you can use on 77 WABC.
For more positivity, listen anytime. Download and subscribe to Positively Ernie the podcast. Go to WABCRadio.com and the 77 WABC app.
Speed trap reported ahead.
Donate your car today. Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any type of real estate.
This podcast now on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Miller Report with Suzanne Miller.
Welcome, John Saclarides, to the Miller Report. Let's talk about non-performing loans. If interest rates don't come down and banks are forced to take back some of these non-performing assets, what do you think's going to happen?
I used to be a lender on the commercial real estate side. I'm not anymore. But how it manifests itself with us is now as a tenant. When we go to places or current buildings, if they are in trouble, it's hard to get things done because they're either in receivership or they're having some other issues. There's not enough capital to do things. And so what are you going to do? You got to self-perform and make things happen. So one of the things that has rapidly risen to our checklist before you go into places is what does the capital stack of this building look like? How well equipped are the owners? Having said that, they can sell it tomorrow and you've got somebody else as your owner. So you can never bet on that forever.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Thinking of selling your home? Don't just sell out, max out. Sell your home once and get paid twice. Here's how it works. Max Out Homes buys distressed homes at their current market value, offering an immediate payment. No delays, no hassle. Once that's done, our team of experts will maximize your home value and pay you a piece of the profit. For more information, call 800-800-7405. That's 800-800-7405. Whether we rehab and resell, expand, or even rent, we handle it all. And you get a percentage of the profit. We buy homes in poor condition, foreclosures, inherited homes, homes with reverse mortgages, homes with non-paying tenants, even land. Call us now. 800-800-7405. Remember, sell once, get paid twice with Max Out Homes. Call 800-800-7405. That's 800-800-7405 or visit maxouthomes.com. If you're a wholesaler, investor, realtor, or lawyer, we want to work with you. Call 800-800-7405. Terms and conditions apply.
Talk Radio 77 WABC. Sponsors Sitting Friends in the Morning. It's the Brian Kilmeade Show.
I'm Brian Kilmeade, coming to you from 48th and 6 in Sid Rosenberg Show continues. But I'm on location at Fort Liberty in North Carolina. We'll be talking about the Trump trial, of course, just downtown. 2024 shock forward Joe Biden defending New Hampshire. Outrageous international court decision has Hamas looking like the good guys and the Israelis looking like the bad guys. We'll talk about it with Gary Sinise, Riley Gaines, Alan Dershowitz, and Senator Rick Scott. All come your way in the Brian Kilmeade Show. That's Access Today. This is Sid and Friends in the Morning. 77 WABC.
Great song right here. Just got an email I think from Paul Daniel, who's a huge honor, huge. Montville City, you have been nominated as the NYPD Shamrim Society Person of the Year for 2024. You will get the award at our annual Shamrim Society breakfast. That'll be held on a Sunday in October at Congregation Emmanuel in New York City. So the Shamrim group, which is Jewish men and women protecting our city, my friend Gene Stevens used to be a big shot with that group for many, many years in the city, has just awarded me with the Person of the Year. That is a huge, huge honor. Thank you so much, Paul Daniel and that whole group. We're done for today. Rufino, spectacular job. Justin Ellick, as always, great job. Noam Layton, you too, as my dear friend Gene would say, God willing. We'll all be back for a 6 a.m. Wednesday show tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the
Real New York.
It's the 9 o'clock hour. You know what that means, folks. My guy Pete Morgan, KeylessPorters.com, PavilionTankless.com. They do build the world's best boilers.
The one and only Goya Adobo all-purpose, all-in-one seasoning, perfect for all seasons. A simple shake is all it takes. Spring, elevate your veggies with a shake of its secret blend of Latin spices. Summer, step up your grilling game by shaking Adobo's bold flavor on your favorite protein. Holiday season, think some more and add some Latin magic to your favorite holiday roots. Goya Adobo, your all-in-one seasoning for all seasons. Find it in the Goya section of your local grocery store. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
Hard to believe, but it's been over 20 years since the brutal 9/11 attack. But the truth is, people are still getting sick from that horrible day. Skin cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer. The dust and the toxins caused all kinds of problems for New Yorkers near Ground Zero. So were you there? Did you live there or go to school there? Did you work down there? If you've been diagnosed with cancer or another serious illness and you're below Canal Street, Lower Manhattan, anytime during the 8 months following 9/11, you might be entitled to compensation. The government has a $10 billion fund for this. The September 11th Victim Compensation Fund. Do me a favor, call this lawyer, Noah Kushleski, the New York law firm Kreindler and Kreindler. Noah's been helping 9/11 victims since 2001. Call Noah today at 888-246-4799 or go to groundzeroccancer.com. That's 888-246-4799 or groundzeroccancer.com. Tell them, of course, Sid sent you, and I promise I'll take great care of you.
How about I'm Brian Kilmeade? This is the Tilted Towers New York Minute. Go to T2T.org right now. Pledge just $11 a month to this fantastic organization. Days for Memorial Day. Feel better about yourself and your country. Now the local news. Mayor Eric Adams says his administration is taking under consideration and analysis regarding Sean Diddy Combs' key to the city after the video of his beating the crap out of his girlfriend, but he was crying and went to rehab. Of course you should take it away. The go killer, they're back at Rex's house right in Massapequa where I live. Cops on Monday launched a massive new search. The neighbors hate it, by the way, obviously. The development comes just hours after police choppers began circling the property around 8 a.m. My sense is he's talking, trying to get a deal. The NYPD's pursuits are adding up to 644%. That's how much they're up. It's a cost of $14 million. Hey, bad guys keep running. Mayor Adams is not concerned about disgraced governor, I almost said Mario, Andrew Cuomo possibly eyeing his job. He says he's not worried. Make sure you listen to the Brian Kilmeade Show 10 to 8 on 77 WABC. This has been your Tell the Towers Foundation New York Minute.
In the wake of 9/11, the Tell the Towers Foundation pledged to do good and never forget the sacrifices of America's heroes. The foundation has been helping our nation's heroes ever since. Heroes like veteran Army Major Jonathan Turnbull. Turnbull was left blinded by an ISIS suicide bomber. Tell the Towers provided him with a smart home, giving him back his
97 WABC time check, 10:02 right now, sponsored by Multiple Watch. It's 69 sunny on this Tuesday, May 21st. Good morning, I'm Noam Lake. Singapore Airlines, we told you earlier this morning, experienced severe turbulence. One passenger was killed. This was on a flight that was going from Singapore to London. We're now hearing from a 28-year-old passenger who was on board that flight this morning. He says the aircraft suddenly tilted upwards and began violently shaking. He says the plane then suddenly dropped, and he says that's when all the injuries took place. He says there were a number of passengers who were out of their seats. They hit the ceiling violently. He says even people who were just belted in had issues of hitting the compartment above them. 30 injuries were being told. One person killed. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story all morning long. Your forecast from the Ramsey Mazda Weather Center: a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon, high 78. Wednesday, sunshine, high 82. WABC time check, 10:03, sponsored by Multiple Watches. Discover finely crafted timepieces available at Macy's. Traffic transit nav, here's Joe Nola. From the RayCasino.com traffic desk, you're on the 7th State eastbound Hempstead Avenue.
Can I go here?
Behind that silver car.
Oh, this one? The next one. That's it? You're gonna leave me already? But thank you for choosing us. I'm gonna give you 1,000,000 stars. You have a good day. Don't forget the coffee. The day starts with the coffee.
Always.
Midtown direct being converted to Hoboken. There were also cross-arming on paths. The buses and Albert side is in effect. Stand down the 2024 Porsche Macan from Ray Katina Porsche in Edison. Lease for $849 a month for 39 months. 5688 Gilbert signing. Qualified buyers, tax licensing, registration, extra details. RayKatinaPorsche.com. I'm Joe Nolan with traffic on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Collection. מה עכשיו collection? Delivery.
Speed trap reported ahead. Speed trap reported ahead.
Semites like Amal Clooney and their attempts to pour gasoline on the fires of anti-Semitism. We'll get to Bill Maher has some interesting stuff to say. We'll get to Diddy. We'll get to creepy Andrew Cuomo is popping up the gym. Lots to get to. Fundraising numbers have come out for April. And I discovered one thing about these Democrats, they can raise money. What is that?
Speed trap reported ahead.
Making all that open over there. But, you know, Trump could take a big lead in the polls, but Democrats always are the fundraisers. Big special interest, especially in the tech world. They can see the Democrats. But in April, Trump dramatically outraised Joe Biden by a lot. For April, Biden raised 50 million, and Trump 76 million. Now remember, big Democrats, the Google, the hedge fund, those kind of guys, big Democrats. So Trump not only dramatically outraised Biden, but the average donation to Trump was $29, which means just normal, regular voters contributing massive amounts. Now, don't get overconfident about that. And all sorts of tax shenanigans pop up. Zuckerberg last time pouring $5 million operation to get votes out in 12 counties. That can influence an election. That can steal an election in a legal way, but still steal it legally. So the trial continues today. Yesterday shocked a lot of people, especially legal scholars. Alan Dershowitz in the courtroom. Jonathan Turley in the courtroom. It's pretty obvious the judge is in the tank, the judge is corrupt, the judge is as biased as a judge can be, and is doing everything he can to get Trump convicted. He's on the side of the prosecution. But yesterday shocked everybody, even knowing that, because they couldn't believe how over the top biased he got. Now, Robert Costello, the attorney who at one time represented Cohen, is one of the most respected guys in the legal profession, long-time prosecutor, and I'm not talking about this Alvin Bragg crowd here. Costello was a prosecutor in Robert Morgenthau's office, Steve Feiner, gold standard district attorney's office, ever since there for 3 years, U.S. attorney, distinguished, dignified, again, one of the most respected prosecutors in the world. So, the judge really got into it with him. He's probably been on the witness stand 10,000 times in his life, but sometimes the judge's rulings were so over-the-top biased that Costello couldn't help it. He rolled his eyes. One time he even said, "Jeez." And the judge went ballistic in front of the jury, went nuts, and cleared the courtroom, and then told off Costello. So he's back on the stand today. I'm sure they've told him to tone it down a little. But it was quite a display for the jury to see. Now, you got to figure the jury is comprised mostly of Trump haters and left-wingers. Many of them admitted they're MSNBC viewers. But some people think it was so out of control, biased, over-the-top, corrupt, that even some of those jurors aren't going to go along with this. You know, they'd like to continue living in the United States of America, not some Soviet Stalinist kind of system where you can do that to a political opponent. It may have turned off some jurors. So more and more people, even the left-wing guys who admitted there's no case here, always thought there'd still be a conviction because of the makeup of the jury. It's Manhattan. Even those people are now saying could be a hung jury. There could be an actual acquittal now. But even those people now saying most likely a hung jury. Now, not if you watch MSNBC. Everybody is stunned at MSNBC. I mean, you know they're biased, they're left-wing, they slant everything, they mislead the viewers. But if anybody's been watching Lawrence O'Donnell, it was just out of control. You know, Michael Cohen admitted he stole $60,000. O'Donnell defending Cohen, saying he was a powerful witness, he was a terrific witness, and then the $60,000 that he embezzled and stole, he was denied a bonus, and he tried to make up for that denied bonus, and even still, he didn't come close to the amount he was owed, and he made Cohen look like a victim. Costello was, at one time, Cohen's lawyer, dozens of times that he had nothing on Trump, nothing. This was at a time where Cohen was going to go to jail and was suicidal, was going to kill himself because he couldn't go to prison. And Costello kept telling him, if you can give us something, it has to be true, but if you can give us something on Trump, we can get you off the hook. We can trade that and you won't have to go to prison. And he kept saying, I've got nothing on Donald Trump, nothing. There is nothing on Trump. And also based on that, it's possible now, if you ever get a real court, real judge, real anything, that Cohen could be tried again for perjury. It looks like, if you go by this testimony, that he committed perjury on the stand yesterday. So we'll see what happens today. This should be the final day of the trial for the week, Memorial Day weekend. Defense arguments should be done today.
Using the right lane, turn right on West 16th Street.
He doesn't want to do the closing arguments until there's plenty of time, and he doesn't want them interrupted by the holiday. So all of that closing arguments postponed until next week. Monday's a holiday, so it would be Tuesday next week, Tuesday, Wednesday. That could be it. The closing arguments, jury deliberations Thursday and Friday. So it all could be over next week. We'll see what happens. If there is a excuse to drop out of the debate, Biden has been an absolute disaster on the campaign trail. They have him running around making speeches all of a sudden because they want to. It's like they got him in training for the debate, and he's messing up left and right. Yesterday, there was a ceremony at the White House for some of the poor families, of the terrible and tragic families that have had their loved ones captured by Hamas that are being held hostage. Biden got up and spoke about one of these guys that's being held hostage, and actually said, "He's here with us now. Stand up." This is in front of the family. He's not here right now. He's being held hostage, probably being tortured. It reminded everybody, remember Biden's been doing this for years. Years ago, who was the congressman in a wheelchair? And Biden introduced him at an event and said, "There he is. He's here with us. Stand up. Stand up. Take a bow." Oh, what am I saying? And caught himself there. And then he spoke at this black college, was it a black audience, and he does what he always does, the cheapest, ugliest, dirtiest pandering. Even the
just ahead, turn right on 7th Avenue.
They couldn't believe this pandering. And then, remember 4 years ago, he made those stupid speeches. They're going to put you in chains. The Republicans want you in chains. He makes these crazy claims. Here's the speech this year. I mean, the same stuff. Republicans don't see you in the future of America. They don't see you in the future. You're not going to be here anymore. And even the students rolling their eyes. And Bill Maher going after Biden, saying, what the hell is wrong with him? We're not living in this world that he keeps talking about. And Bill Maher also said he loves to go after the liberals now and then, the Democrats now and then, because one thing about liberals, they'll go crazy. You know, you can attack the right. They're so used to it, it doesn't bother them. You know, if you attack Fox News, they don't. You attack the liberals. If Maher attacks the liberals, or even if Jon Stewart does it once in a while, they go insane. They go crazy over it. Hey, this International Criminal Court. This is some international body, you know, like the war crimes trials in The Hague, where that dirty, sleazy Jack Smith was a judge. You also have the International Criminal Court. It sounds very impressive.
Turn right on 7th Avenue.
Criminal Court. Totally phony court. It has absolutely no authority over anything. Again, it is an illegitimate, ridiculous court. It's basically a VIP lounge for anti-Semites. And this Amal Clooney, wife
just ahead, pick up on the right.
The dirtiest anti-Semites in the world. There she was before this International Criminal Court. She's the one that pushed and pushed to get Benjamin Netanyahu indicted for war crimes. She did it. She's actually an attorney, British attorney. They issued arrest
pick up on the right.
For Benjamin Netanyahu and the Hamas leaders. And once again, I can't repeat this enough, Amal Clooney, one of the dirtiest anti-Semites in the world, joined in with this. First of all, to create any kind of equivalency between Israel and Hamas is insane. To issue, even when you do war crimes, as they did after World War II or whenever, it's done after the war, not done in the middle of the fighting. This is unheard of. You've got to be an extreme anti-Semite to do this. There's no equivalency between Hamas and Israel. What they're claiming is Israel used criminal methods of warfare, such as starvation, murder, persecution, extermination.
Yeah. How you doing?
Head to your drop-off at 345 Hudson Street.
Certainly has nothing to do with Israel. and get you the numbers again, but we calculated the amount of food that Israel dropped into Gaza. It was enough food to feed everybody in Gaza for 1 year. So they probably got another 6 months of food there. But most likely it was stolen by the Hamas leaders. This is Israel. It dropped off enough food for everybody in Gaza for 1 year. Relief efforts from around the world, including the U.S., have dropped off another year's worth of food. They probably had 2 years worth of food for everybody in Gaza. If anybody's starving, it's thanks to Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist Nazi organization. They're the same as Al-Qaeda.
What station is this?
Hamas.
W10, WOR. Wanna change? Wanna change or leave?
No, I like it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
But even Joe Biden is not pro-Israel. Listen to Biden.
Reject the ICC's application.
Mark Samon, Mark Samon.
Whatever these wars may imply, there is no equivalence between Israel and Hamas.
Yeah, so good for Biden. Now, the problem with this, though, is Netanyahu wants to
Speed trap reported ahead.
in another country. He could actually be arrested by this crazy in certain countries. So that's where the problem is. But this is the worst anti-Semitic body in the world. This is like the war crimes in The Hague. In fact, 2 members of this panel were judges at The Hague. So this is the kind of stupid stuff. It says joining Clooney were international legal experts, academic advisors. Well, we've seen on our college campuses how anti-Semitic academic advisors can be. International humanitarian law and international criminal law academics. This sounds like a recipe for total disaster. Now let me repeat it again. This was pushed by Amal Clooney, the wife of George Clooney. Amal Clooney is one of the dirtiest anti-Semites on earth. And she was behind this arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu. Hey, we got a lot to get to today. We'll get back to the trial. We'll get to Iran. Very suspicious stuff about that helicopter crash. We'll get to Diddy. Oh, hey, if you're a Don Rickles fan.
Mind if I water?
Talking to Tony O
Sure,
yesterday. He was Don Rickles,
Yes,
manager for a million years. There's a Don Rickles channel on YouTube. If you love Don Rickles,
Put a tip right there.
YouTube, the Don Rickles channel. And they've got all of his concerts, all of his life. So I asked him, where'd that all come from? He said one time he thought of doing an HBO special. He started video taping, recording every one of his live shows. And it's great stuff. The Don Rickles channel on YouTube. Hey, by the way, the Johnny Carson thing. If you like Johnny Carson, they're doing a lot on that YouTube channel, posting a lot of stuff up there. You know when Johnny Carson left the Tonight Show? 32 years ago. 32 years ago. It's been that long. Hey, check out the webpage. There's a lot of good stuff up there. So, Diddy, the beating up of his girlfriend, CNN decides to do a little piece on it. They invite the rapper Cameron to come as a guest. I think he didn't realize this is all they're going to ask him about. So the host keeps asking him about this. He answers it 6 times. Then when she asks again, he goes nuts. He can't take it anymore. Watch him blow up on this.
No, I can actually get that right here.
Okay, have a good day.
Thanks,
Thank you.
man.
Good
You
luck.
too.
Thank
Great
you.
So, hey, also all these commencement speeches. You know, this was considered the greatest commencement speech ever. Admiral William McRaven. Take a look at it. This is considered the best, greatest commencement speech ever in history. This is all at the webpage. Go to 710WOR.com/Mark. 710WOR.com/Mark.
Jesse Kelly. I understand Vladimir Putin is a bad guy. Russia is not going to take Europe. Putin doesn't have anywhere near the ability to even conquer Ukraine. Jesse Kelly. Like to say on 710.
Speed trap reported ahead.
Hey, nutrition, diet, health, most important thing, lots of fruits and vegetables every day. You're supposed to have 10 servings a day of fruits and vegetables. That's really impossible, no matter how hard you try. You can't get it done every day. So it's a very smart idea. Balance of Nature is put it into capsules. Fruits and veggies in capsules. They take 31 different whole variety of fruits and vegetables. They got a special way to powder them. Vacuum cold process that keeps as much nutrition as you can. You add this to your daily vitamins. You take stuff every day to give you what you Advisory Group. Help guide you. All investments involve a degree of risk. Insurance services offered through Geopolitical Advisory Group and advisory services offered through Wealth Quarterback LLC, SEC registered investment advisory firm.
Maintain muscle mass and fuel your body with Invite Health's brand new plant protein powder. Looking to stay lean and strong? This vegan plant protein powder packs a punch with 20 grams of protein per serving. Flax and chia seeds, along with pumpkin and rice proteins, help energize the body and fuel the muscles. Take an extra 10% off Invite Plant Protein by calling now. 800-632-0572. That's 800-632-0572. Save even more with our new everyday low prices, plus the additional 10% off Invite Health Plant Protein. Visit InviteHealth.com to check out our entire product line and call 800-632-0572 for 10% off plant protein today. That number again, 800-632-0572. Or go to InviteHealth.com.
With all the protests on campuses, should I rethink sending my kids to college this fall? Where's the inflation? It's supposed to be down by now. How high will gas prices go when we want to get away this summer? So many questions. The answers are on 710 WOR. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Now, you've heard of a summer body, right? What about a summer smile? The renowned doctors at Smart Arches Dental Implant Centers are ready to get you back on top of your game, not to mention the summer foods that you'll enjoy again, like corn on the cob and steak. If you're currently missing teeth, this one-day procedure using advanced technology and expert precision, it will transform your life. It's an affordable and permanent new smile. Schedule a free consultation in their Manhattan office or in Brick or Monroe, New Jersey. SmartArchesDental.com for a free consultation and select radio in the drop-down, or you can give them a call. It's 800-804-0174 and mention radio. That's 800-804-0174 and save $2,000 per arch and an extra $250 off your first appointment. Just say friends and family celebration. Time is running out. 800-804-0174. Smart Arches Dental Implants. Get your smile back. Get your life back.
We're going abroad for the first time in years to Spain.
But we don't speak Spanish.
So we started using Babbel
And started learning Spanish fast. With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks. Babbel's conversational method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish.
Estoy muy emocionado para ir contigo.
Speed trap reported ahead.
I'm very excited to go to Spain with you. Nos vamos a divertir mucho.
And that means we're going to have a lot of fun.
Sí. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Mr. New York, Mark Simone on 710 WOR.
We're on the call. I've never saw that before. 800-321-0710 is the number. 800-321-0710. I'm not really into pickleball. Pickleball, it's everywhere. You can't stop it. It's just out of control. Pickleball is everywhere. Every town has a pickleball court. Every town has tennis court, public tennis court. 2 or 3 of them are gone, and now there's pickleball courts every gym, club, office buildings are putting in pickleball courts. But I tell you where the nicest ones are. It's a picture of yesterday. It's up on my Instagram. Central Park. The woman's skating rink, which looks beautiful. It's an ice skating rink. The woman rink. Beautiful. What a view of the skyline. Well, in the summer, it used to be miniature golf. It used to be like little carnival rides. Well, now it's pickleball. I got to admit, these are the nicest looking pickleball courts I've ever seen. Take a look at my Instagram at the picture. They're beautifully done. And I guess this is done by the city, so yeah, for a municipality, anything that's beautiful. And look at the view. It's up. Just take a look at my Instagram, Mark Simone, NYC at Instagram. Mark Simone, NYC at Instagram. If I was going to play pickleball, be on these on these courts. Let's take some calls. Let's go to Tony in White Plains. Tony, how you doing?
Yeah, Mark, I want to talk about this Trump-hating prosecutor, Alvin Bragg, who looks like a chipmunk. I want to talk about his ears. You ever
Well, let's not. Listen, he's a nice, normal-looking guy. He's not a...
I know, but I just want to tell you about his ears. Have you noticed that his ears are like close to his head? They're so flat there.
Well, listen, he's a smart guy. I mean, he may be a complete lunatic as a prosecutor, but he might
they say
or whatever. No, listen. He also the other thing is Bragg, as awful as he is as a district attorney, I don't think he has anything to do with this case. I don't think he's running the case. Biden's guy, his top guy in his Justice Department, left Washington, came to New York to run the case. Bragg, if he's ever there, is running the case. It's pretty stunning that nobody's reporting this, but the Biden top guy in the Justice Department did the opening argument. He's doing a lot of the cross-examination. Biden's guy is running the case, not Bragg. Let's go to Jim in Long Island. Jim, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Well, I've been wanting to call in for the longest time, and it's a little off topic, but the gentleman Howie Carr that you have on your show all the time.
Howie Carr is one of the biggest, most popular talk show hosts in America.
Now, listen to his voice and watch the Christmas Story with, Ralphie, the old Christmas Story.
Well,
exactly the same as the narrator.
I was going to go out today, but I guess I could cancel everything and just sit home and do it. I know, the narrator, isn't it Gene Shepard?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, but the voice sounds identical.
Yeah.
Every time I hear Howie Carr on your show, I'm like, holy cow, it's the narrator from the Christmas Story.
Well, you're absolutely right. I don't know if he copied, a lot of radio guys copied Gene Shepard. Gene Shepard was a legendary broadcaster in the 1950s into the early 60s. He was on WOR. Nobody had ever heard anything like Gene Shepard. He would come on every night at 11 o'clock, and he would just be real close to the mic, and he sounded like this, and he would start to tell you a story, usually something in his childhood, some story about something, and he would do that for the whole show, the whole 1 hour. 1 hour, he would just tell a story. And apparently, it wasn't scripted or anything. He had maybe a note or two, but the engineers that worked with him said, it's mostly off the top of his head, but he would ad-lib these stories each night, one story, 1 hour. One of them became the movie, The Christmas Story. That was an example of one. But everybody copied this guy. If you love Jonathan Schwartz, he was kind of doing Gene Shepard's voice. Everybody kind of copied Gene Shepard when they told the story. Millions of radio guys. So next time Howie Carr's on, let's ask him if he was a Gene Shepard fan. Let's go to Rich in Myrtle Beach. Rich, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good, Mark. Beautiful day here in SC. Now, a couple of things. Number one, Bragg and Colangelo.
You don't say South Carolina.
Actually, Bragg and Colangelo need to be brought up to the ethics committee because they knew that Cohen had stolen money from the Trump organization, and they put him on the stand anyway. And Lawrence O'Donnell.
I love your being so naive. Who do you think's on the ethics committee? It's a bunch of Braggs. It's a bunch of...
Of course they are.
It's totally correct. Who do you think's running the Bar Association? It's total left-wing clubhouse guys. Yeah.
And this Lawrence O'Donnell may be the stupidest guy on TV, actually making excuses for Cohen stealing money from the Trump. He's got to be the biggest moron on television, is Lawrence O'Donnell.
He's a very smart guy, Lawrence O'Donnell. Very smart, highly educated guy, but he's a crazy left-wing guy. They will defend anything. Cohen had to admit that he was a embezzler. He stole $50,000 from his company. He stole. I don't have to defend it because of his long defense. They'll defend anything. If you're an MSNBC viewer and you're watching them if you think Trump did something wrong, that some sort of criminal matter was presented in this trial, it's been 5 weeks. There's not been any crime presented at any moment in this trial, except for Cohen stealing the $60,000. They have yet to identify any crime that Trump did. Hey, by the way, they just rested. The defense has rested the case. So the actual trial part is over now. The defense rested. So they're going to let the jury go for 1 week. They'll resume next Tuesday.
10 minutes
and that's
storage.
when
I'm
they'll
gonna go
do closing arguments.
coffee.
Hey, when we come back, Bill O'Reilly will be with us. I want to hear what he's got to say about all this. We'll get to that next on 710 WOR. Let's get the latest news. Here's Larry Menke.
Good morning, Mark. Donald Trump is back in court as his hush money trial begins to reach its conclusion. The defense is expected to rest its case today after Bob Costello concludes his testimony. New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez will be back in a Manhattan courtroom today for his federal corruption trial. Yesterday, a witness described how a wealthy businessman saved the Menendez home from foreclosure. Investigators are back at the Massapequa Park home of accused Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann. It's unclear what they're looking for, but Heuermann is already charged with the murder of 4 women. And the U.S. is denying any responsibility for the helicopter crash that killed Iran's president. Iran has begun a 5-day mourning period. Time for a check on the WOR Weather Channel forecast.
Sunny skies here this afternoon, 83% full part, but noticeably cooler out in eastern Long Island, only in the 60s out there this afternoon. Clear skies tonight, lows 55 to 65. Sunny, warmer tomorrow, mid-upper 80s for highs, and a pop-up shower or thunderstorm for the western suburbs cannot be ruled out Wednesday afternoon.
Gonna go coffee break. I'll be back.
Richard Dwelling at
Quick coffee break.
Amazon.com, you get it first. Amazon, you can pre-order, Barnes & Noble. And I guarantee, this is an O'Reilly 100% guarantee. You will learn something on every page that you had no blanket idea about.
Yeah, it's a great book. Confronting the President. Order it now. And go to watch the TV show, get the column. Everything is at BillO'Reilly.com. And check it out, BillO'Reilly.com. Bill O'Reilly, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, happy Memorial Day. Have fun. See you.
It's an incredible sponsor with CNN anchor. Take a look at it. Hey, also, all these connections. Here's the one that's considered to be the greatest commencement speech in history. Take a look at it. This is all commencement. Go to 710WOR.com/Mark. 710WOR.com/Mark.
Weeknights 9 to midnight, only on 710 WOR.
Well, you know, My Pillow makes the biggest best-selling, most popular pillow in the world. 15 million around here. But they make a lot of other stuff. They got a lot of different products. And right now they're doing this $25 extravaganza, which you can get pillows for $25. You can multi-use My Pillow set $25. You can even get the premium My Pillow sticky, any size, even king size, $25. But this is a good chance to try some of the other products. My Pillow sandals for $25. Six-pack towels at $25. New 4-pack dish towels at $25. Go to the website. They make a lot of products you don't know about. And a lot of them sell $25. Right now you got to use the code WOR. Go to MyPillow.com. MyPillow.com. And for the discount, use the code WOR.
Contemplated sure, that'll be $2.25. Of course, that includes the insurance fraud tax.
Okay, how much are we looking at?
The driveway price is $48,375. Oh, and we've included the insurance fraud tax.
Insurance fraud is just like a tax that is included in the price of everything you buy in New York, big or small. Insurance fraud costs every New Yorker more than $920 per year. It takes many forms. And some in a digital life.
Yep.
Take auto accident. Healing your life insurance claim. Opiate healthcare fraud. All these are insurance fraud and add to the cost just like a tax. Insurance fraud at fraud.com. Paid for by the Commercial License Insurance fraud. Fraud is a crime.
Are you ready to feel better naked? I'm Dr. Shannon Clayman, the OBGYN creator of Learning. Clinical improvement control for 72 hours on PIP, speech, privacy, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odors anywhere you have it. Over children. That's just to the shower with soap alone. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Learning works better. And who doesn't want zero body odor? Take over 200,000 5-star reviews. I'm so sure you're going to love it, or you can return it for free. Here's a special offer for listeners. Use code 500 and get 15% off your first purchase. With code 500, like the Lumi Starter Pack, acidified body wash, or new Lumi Plus Sweat Control. That's LUNEdeodorant.com, code 500 for 15% off your first purchase. Love it or return it for free. That's LUNEdeodorant.com, code 500. Save 15% today.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Now, you've heard of a summer body, right? What about a summer smile? The renowned doctors at Smart Arches Dental Implant Centers are ready to get you back on top of your game. Not to mention the summer foods that you'll enjoy again, like corn on the cob and steak. If you're currently missing teeth, this one-day procedure using advanced technology and expert precision, it will transform your life. It's an affordable and permanent new smile. Schedule a free consultation in their Manhattan office or in Bridgeport, Monroe, New Jersey. SmartArchesDental.com for a free consultation and select radio in the drop-down, where you can give them a call at 800-804-0174 and mention radio. That's 800-804-0174 and save $2,000 per arch and an extra $250 off your first appointment. Just say friends and family celebration. Time is running out.
But, well, I'll see you. We'll get back to this, Derek, and a whole lot more. Hey, at noon, it's Buck Sexton and Clay Travis. What a good show this week. And then at 3 o'clock, the most Soviet American Sean Kennedy and Jesse Kelly. Every night at 6, and then John Baxter at 9 o'clock. Now, I'm here every day at 10 but that's a great to listen to the other kind of one.
Costello's testimony, prosecutors objected, and when Judge Juan Rishon upheld those objections, Costello audibly reacted from the witness stand. Jeez, he said one time. Ridiculous, he mumbled under his breath. The judge, furious, sending the jury out of the room, addressing Costello directly. If you don't like my ruling, you don't give me the side eye, and you don't roll your eyes. Do you understand that? Costello glared at it. Are you staring me down, the judge asked? And then, the dramatic move. Judge Juan Rishon clearing the courtroom, sending everybody out to the hallway.
Correspondent Aaron Kutersky. Meanwhile, Trump has sparked a controversy with a new video.
What happened after Donald Trump?
The online video reposted to Trump's Truth Social account shows fake future headlines. One, in tiny print, speaks of a unified right. The line was apparently lifted from Wikipedia on the formation of Germany before World War I. Biden campaign seized on the line, saying the video proves Trump wants to rule as a dictator. Trump camp says it didn't create the video, but it was merely posted by a staffer while the candidate was in court. Correspondent Stephen Portman. A City Hall aide is reportedly cooperating with the FBI in connection with a fundraising investigation of the Mayor Adams campaign. The mayor's administration told investigators months ago that Lana Abasova had engaged in improper conduct. A criminal defense lawyer representing Mayor Adams says she continues to cooperate with the FBI into its investigation into the mayor's 2021 fundraising campaign. Abasova is with the International Affairs Office and mayor's liaison to the local Turkish community. The Adams administration put her on unpaid leave after her home was raided in November. I'm Scott Timbo, WOR News. Prosecutors at the federal corruption trial of New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez say his wife's home was saved from foreclosure by a wealthy businessman. Around the same time, Menendez allegedly helped that businessman establish a business relationship with Egypt. And pickleball is returning to the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center today.
This is day one of the New York City Open, featuring the top pickleball players from around the country. For the next 6 days, players of all skill levels will be competing, with the sport's elite professionals going for $150,000 in prize money. This event is one of 12 Association of Pickleball Players events this season. The event is coming to Queens for the second year in a row. Paul DeCastro, WOR News.
It is sponsored by Nasal Guard. Suffering from allergies? Nasal Guard protects you from all airborne allergens. Visit Amazon, Walmart, or nasalguard.com today. WLR News Time is 11:03. WOR Weather Channel forecast is coming up next.
Maintain muscle mass and fuel your body with Invite Health's brand new plant protein powder. Looking to stay lean and strong? This vegan plant protein powder packs the punch with 20 grams of protein per serving. Flax and chia seeds, along with pumpkin and rice proteins, help energize the body and fuel the muscles. Take an extra 10% off Invite Plant Protein by calling now 800-632-0572. That's 800-632-0572. Save even more with our new everyday low prices, plus the additional 10% off Invite Health Plant Protein. Visit invitehealth.com to check out our entire product line and call 800-632-0572 for 10% off plant protein today. That number again, 800-632-0572. Or go to invitehealth.com.
Increasing rain chances later this week. Could see some strong severe storms on Thursday. Sunshine here this afternoon, 83 for Central Park, 70s for Central and Western Long Island, 60s in the Hamptons. Clear sky tonight, lows 55 to 65. Warmest numbers in the city itself tonight. Sunny skies for tomorrow. Tomorrow's high in the upper 80s. Sunshine this hour, 71. Richard Llewellyn at the Weather Channel on 710 WOR.
This report is sponsored by Red Hills America.
You love being an American and you listen to the best storytelling podcast in the country, Red Hills America, a weekly storytelling show that tackles the tough topics corporate media mocks. Listen to Red Hills America every...
Yeah. Hi. Sandrine?
Yes.
Well,
Head to your drop-off at 1790 Broadway.
Broadway, okay. You want to take the highway or 10 Avenue?
Yes, take the highway. I think it's Police reported ahead.
ever go, you want to plan to, you want to book a hotel room, you want to book something, and the first you do it on your phone, check that, you look for the hotel fee on the 16th of the year, you do that on your phone. Now you go on the website, you say, oh, now I'm going to really book it. Oh, the price went up. The travel experts told me this is also liquid. You got to be careful. You go on your own phone and you look at 15th of June. How many notes do you need to be 15th of June? So once you're back in your computer, you say, aha, you really need to check up the price of the system. So the first time you look, I guess you just pick another date, the date next to it, another date, if you want. Now, I'm also told once in a while, if you're on the computer and you look at this hotel room and you don't like the price and you go away, and you go back in the day and you don't like the price and you go away, the other news you come back like, the price went down. That's because they know you didn't like the price. So, because you're negotiating with your own computer, so you got to go look at these times and then turn it down. And then, you know what you should do? Sometimes they place a cookie in your computer to track you. Go look at the competing hotels in your phone. Because they'll say, oh, this is our price. I'm going to bring somewhere else. So then they'll lower the price. You have to go do it. With the computer. Once the AI says you got no show. When there's some very bad news, it looks like Andrew Cuomo is getting more and more serious about running for mayor. Who knows? Maybe that's going to his block. Going after Eric Adams, acting Eric Adams, nothing like which implies he wants to go to the next year as his final year. I'm applauding. Eric Adams, again, Cuomo, look at the things to attack Eric Adams. You don't have to go too far, but it's the problem. Cuomo did so much damage, so much bad stuff to America. Obviously in New York. That is a lot of issues where you want to go after that. You go after them on the issues that really his fault. You can't go after them on crime. Because Cuomo caused the crime. Cuomo did some of the dumbest things ever. One of the dumbest things he ever did. He was so proud of it. No bail, no jail. Let all the criminals out. When you go back and look at the video of the time when he had all the press conference and he wanted to stand in front of them and he kept saying this is illegal, no bail, no jail. Now it's more fair. I guess he put people in jail, ultimately bail. So because it's almost no bail, no jail, they have this crime rate. He raised taxes and inflation, so we can't talk about that. He shaped so many people out of New York. You know, under Cuomo, so many people fled New York that we lost 4 depressions. And that's how much. Remember during Cuomo, there was a time when he could not get a booking company. They were all booked up for some reason to leave under Cuomo. Could not get them. There was a shortage of booking. Anytime sexual harassment, obviously Cuomo was pretty bad at it. Now, well, what about the illegals? Come on, would you go after them on that? And that year, Cuomo was worse. Remember Cuomo blocked ICE and Breakfast Stupid? They came in here. Energy costs, they go after anybody. Cuomo to close Indian Point, which took away 25% of our energy, driving the price up of everything. So it's tough for Cuomo. So what did he attack Afghanistan? Well, he went after for the way that Jacob Lee's housing project was being managed. Mismanagement of the housing project, going after Afghanistan. Got it. Mismanagement began long before it was managed. But how did he go after a guy who had a housing project when Cuomo did the stupidest thing in the history of the government when he completely screwed up all the nursing homes in New York and killed 10,000 people? Think about how many people Cuomo got killed with no bail, no jail. And then you add to that this 10,000 grandmothers and grandfathers killed in nursing homes by ordering to take in patients that had just tested positive. So I don't see how Cuomo is going to run for mayor. Obviously, the nursing homes, obviously.
Yeah, thank you. You have a good day.
Head to your pickup on 7th Ave.
They can get that video of him signing the no bail, driving behind the
drop-off at the Morgan Library and Museum.
How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? This is for John, yeah?
Yes, John.
Morning.
Good morning. How you doing? Welcome.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
They bring a student to the building across.
You don't stop at the Manhattan Club?
I stop. Why not?
Well, that's where I was, but it said to go around the corner to 7th Avenue. I think you came down 56. No, you got us in the sunshine. This is going down to 42nd Street.
Okay.
This is where it is. There was a Sears business.
I'm staying there. Driving for you. Yeah.
fired as is Judge Mershon. The complaint was made, this was before the Donald Trump trial, and they gave him a slap in the wrist. They said, well, we're going to keep an eye on the guy. When you talk about the Corrupt Bar Association, you're right on the money. I had a problem about 30 years ago where a lawyer who successfully handled the case for me, he wanted in on what I had, right? He knew some of my business. So what I did was, he was bothering me. I went over to the Brooklyn bar and I realized that the corruption is corrupt as the lawyer is. So I said, I got to take care of this myself. I called up one of my cousins who was built. I called up my cousin who was built like King Kong. I said, you make an appointment at this lawyer's office, and this was before closed curtain cameras and everything and all this modern stuff they had. I said, I'm going to be right behind you. I'm going to be like glue on it. I said, when they open the door, you go in and I'm going to go in right behind them. So you brought Luther brought you with you. And then I had a pleasant conversation, and then the lawyer realized the error way home. And everything, but I said to myself, this SOB, he wants a peace. And I'm telling you, and the Bar Association is corrupt. It's all through people like Merchant. When they leave the bar, leave the bench, that's where they all go. Yeah, the Democratic Club, they pick Merchant personal. It's very good. This is excellent. Ooh, when we come back, Roger Friedman, the great entertainment reporter, is at the end of the P. Diddy of his career, I think so. And Amal Clooney is anti-Israel, anti-Semitic idiot. We'll get a lot of stuff to get to next on 710 WOR. Let's get the latest news. Here's Larry.
Thank you, Mark. The defense has just rested its case today at the hush money trial of Donald Trump. The prosecution wrapped up its cross-examination of attorney Bob Costello this morning, setting the stage for closing arguments next Tuesday. A City Hall aide is reportedly cooperating with the federal investigation into the campaign fundraising of Mayor Adams. The Post says Reina Abasova's house was raided back in November, and she was suspended from her job after urging co-workers to delete text messages. New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez will be back in the Manhattan courtroom today for his federal corruption trial. Yesterday,
where's the Trump trial?
Downtown Century Street. Yeah, like all the way downtown. You want to go there and see it?
Well, I hadn't thought about it, but they started talking about it. Not right now.
A lot of commotion, a lot of media.
You been down there?
Yeah, I drive through, you know. This is
probably a traffic jam.
Theater hysteria. Drama, a lot of drama. Maybe on Madison. Huh?
Okay. Where does it say it is?
Morgan Library Museum. You see the sign Morgan Library?
Okay.
You go.
You have to go around the corner?
Yeah. If no here, you go to Madison.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day. Good luck. Take care.
run by the before the Russians. And he would never actually well, just to tell you, I just published this story in the last 5 seconds, and you'll be the first to have it. There's a really great documentary about Christopher Reeve, Superman. You know, he was absolutely beloved. Absolutely beloved. First, he was just such a popular actor in all the Superman movies, and lots of other films. And then he had that tragic accident that made him a paraplegic. So now there's going to be a film about him called Super/Man. It was shown at the Sundance Film Festival in January, the only time it was shown. And now New Yorkers are going to get a first look at it before it's released in the fall at the Hamptons Summer Doc Festival in August. And so this is like the hottest ticket ever because, you know, first of all, he had so many celebrity friends, and they'll all be flocking to this. Plus, as soon as this goes on sale, it's going to sell out. They could do a week of showings, I think. So this is going to be pretty great. And this is all about, you know, his life as an actor, and then as an activist, and his wife, Dana, who was a remarkable person, who sadly died of cancer right after he died. It's an incredible story. So this is the first anyone's heard about it. I just put it up. You can read about it at Showbiz 411 and get all the information about how to buy tickets. But it's going to be released in the fall by Warner Brothers on all their platforms. It's in theaters, on HBO, on Max, on CNN. They're going to make a big deal out of it, big push for the Oscars. It got just standing ovations in Sundance. So I'm really excited.
Well, that's great. Unfortunately, it's in Manhattan. Can't we show it in Manhattan? It has to be Manhattan.
It'll be, you know what, I think it'll probably show in Manhattan later in the fall. Or, you know, I think when it comes out. But this is the Hampton Summer Doc Festival is a big deal. They're, you know, they show very, very, you know, high-end documentaries that are always poised for the Oscars and other awards. So this will be a cool night.
Yeah, it's the most high-end thing in the world. Although everybody there would say, "How are you?" They all sound like
I doesn't everyone in New York sound like that?
Yeah, but that's in New York. When you're out there, you have to see them in shorts. It's even worse.
In plaid shorts.
Yeah. Hey, but let me ask you. You know, it's been so long since I thought about Christopher Reeve. When did he die? I don't even remember all this.
You know, let me look it up because I don't even remember.
Yeah. He kind of faded away from.
But he didn't. You know, he didn't fade away because, you know, he and his wife had a foundation raising money for. Oh, he died in 2004 at 52. 2004 at 52.
He was only 52. Wow.
He was only 52. He was a young man. It's really awful. And you know, his son will be at the screen. He has 3 children, but his youngest son will be at the screening. He was a little boy at the time, and now he's a correspondent on ABC News.
Wow.
Will Reeve. Yeah.
Hey,
so it's pretty cool.
Explain this whole phenomenon. There always were, you know, documentaries somewhere, but this became like the biggest genre, especially with streaming. The hottest thing are these documentaries. Why is that?
Oh, I'll tell you why it is. It's very interesting. Because of the iPhone and the creation of these phones, these high-end little cameras in the phone.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you know, when I made a documentary in 2002 with D.A. Pennebaker and Chris Hedges, and when we went around making this documentary, we had gigantic cameras. You see cameramen from the old days carrying these gigantic cameras on their shoulders. They were, you know, 50 pounds on your shoulder. Now, you're down to just the iPhone. You see people making documentaries totally on their small phones. And so that's opened the door for anyone to make a documentary. It doesn't take anything anymore. And if there's no music licensing involved, if you're just following people around and interviewing them, there's not much of a cost either because you're just, you know, following people. And this was, Pennebaker invented this form with Al Maisels and Richard Leacock back in the late 50s called cinema verite. So now everyone is making cinema verite movies. They're following everyone around with their cameras. Some of them are documentaries, some of them aren't. Some of them are more in the form of archival documentaries. That's playing on HBO, in fact, tonight and last night.
is a four-part miniseries documentary about Stax Records, the great Stax Records from Memphis. And that wasn't made on an iPhone, but that's an archival documentary. So it's using mostly a lot of clips. But if you're not paying for clips and you're just going around following people with your iPhone, this makes it so much easier. So you've got everyone you meet at a party is making a documentary. It's very funny. And, you know, some of them are great, and some of them, you know, are just for personal use, I guess. But it's very interesting. Yeah, it is. We're talking about Roger Friedman's a great entertainment reporter. Let me ask you about P. Diddy. This is it for him, right? The career is over.
I think that's it. This is really a sad story, isn't it? Because we knew him. We knew him in the 90s, went to his parties, and they were a lot of fun, and he was full of a lot of, you know, boastfulness. And, you know, he engineered a lot of rap records that were hits. He wasn't a writer. He was more of an entrepreneur. And then he got into, he took the money he made and got into clothing with the John line and then Ciroc Vodka and other things that he was endorsing or sponsoring him. And he made a lot of money. And he has 7 children, which is unbelievable. And New York, where we didn't realize at the time there was other stuff going on, except that we did realize that we were looking the other way. You know, this was at a time when we looked the other way. But you may remember the time that he went over to a record executive's office and beat him over the head with a champagne bottle. Do you remember that at all?
No, I forgot that. No.
Steve Stout was the guy, and he was at one of the Universal rap labels, and Puffy went over there with a bodyguard and beat him over the head with the champagne bottle.
Yeah.
There were other incidents of violence at the time. So now what's coming out is that there was a lot of violence against women. And this video played on CNN this week showing him attacking his girlfriend, Cassie, in 2016 at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles. And she had already sued him and gotten a huge private settlement. And nobody knew why he settled so quickly and gave so much money away. But it triggered, her lawsuit triggered investigations by the FBI and other agencies. And now the video sort of shows what happened, and we're learning that Sean Combs, Puffy, whatever you want to call him, had a completely different private life.
Yeah. It's one thing, we just imagine hitting her, but when she's on the ground, collapsing, kicking her, that's real.
Kicking her.
Sopranos, Paulie Walnut kind of a beating. That's really bad.
Yeah, no, it's really, really violent. And then he put out, I have it up on my site, on Showbiz 411. He has an apology video that he put up day before yesterday. And it's a minute and 30 seconds. It's the lamest apology anyone's ever heard. And it's all about him. It's not even about the person he attacked. He admits that he attacked her, but he says, oh, I was in bad shape. I went to therapy because of this.
Estimated time in traffic, 12 minutes.
Something to drink?
I'm good, thank you.
No, look at this like.
Oh my god. Just leave it out there.
No, because this is like a distribution. Let's skip the coffee. 12 spoon of sugar. They sell case of 40 water spring for $7. It's a good deal.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah, it's like you can buy $7 case of 40 bottle.
reported ahead.
call for your free quote, 800-95-75-84, 800-95-75-84. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-95-75-84. Time now to update the message of the day. On this Tuesday, the travesty called the hush money trial of Donald Trump should end soon. Across the war. Instead of New York's image as a place of freedom and fairness is in tatters. There's no justice in New York. DA hours drag drops, most criminal complaints, and often allows violent offenders to plea out and go prison time. Governor Kathy Hochul referred and should fire Bragg, apparently fine with his performance. In the meantime, Bragg has spent millions of taxpayer dollars trying to give Donald Trump some big offense that even Bragg and his henchmen can't even explain. There's no question New York runs up there with Venezuela and Cuba on the justice scale. The Donald Bragg, Stormy Daniels, and Michael Cohen believe their lives have been enhanced by this fiasco. They are in for a rude surprise. They're reminding Americans understand that blackmail, perjury, and abuse of power are unacceptable, and those who traffic in them are also unacceptable.
to change the number. Change. Bule, 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 Black Lives Matter, say the name. Black Lives Matter, say the name. Bule, 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 bule. בולה, 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 בולה. כמה יכולה לך נסיעה? תשלח לי בפרטים. נסיעה מאיפה לאיפה? בולה, 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 בולה. אני לא עושה נסיעות פרטיות. Taking the sign out. קוני איילנד. קח רכבת וזהו, תכי זול רכבת. מונית תעלה לך הרבה כסף. take a subway. בולה, בולה, בולה.
Speed trap reported ahead.
Speed pop reported ahead. With Lambos, we're gonna stay with Aya Blacks.